This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. And I noticed Friday night, season is over, but still there was Friday evening. I went to a retirement party for James Ward, the athletic director of Riverview. Congratulations to him. But nowhere to park, nowhere to drive on a Friday evening as people are getting out of work and going out. So, this new initiative that they're thinking about to, let up on traffic would be huge because there's so many more units coming that still aren't here yet. How much more crowded it's going to get.
Very true.
That is very true.
Anything they can do to help traffic, I'm sure residents will love.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get thicker and thicker.
Yes.
We have across our region today some clearer and clearer skies. That's kind of
good,
nice.
too.
Yes, indeed. It should be a beautiful day today with a lot of sunshine. Very little in the way of any kind of cloud cover. Daytime highs top out about average for this time of year, coming in the mid-80s. 84, I think, will do it for us today. And no rain in today's forecast. Complete details coming up in a few.
Thanks, John. That's the weather that keeps these people coming and getting more crowded. And then taking a look at traffic. Right now, it's not crowded on the roadways, thankfully. Things are looking good in Palmetto and the bridges. The Green and DeSoto bridges coming into Bradenton are moving along. Volume is picking up a little bit, but no issues or delays in all of Manatee County. And they head down into Sarasota County. That, too, is looking good. Bee Ridge flowing along nicely, and Clark. And moving down into South County, and nothing is happening down there as far as any issues or delays. So everything's happening in good stead right now.
Well, topping our news this morning, $21.4 billion, according to the National Retail Federation. That's just how much we spent on our moms this Mother's Day.
You really can't put a price on Mom, though. Huh?
She is priceless.
Yes, she is. And ABC 7's Kate Flechter, though, shows us what Suncoast residents did for their moms and how it impacted Suncoast business.
At Flowers by Edie in Bradenton on Sunday, the doors were uncharacteristically open for any last-minute Mother's Day purchases.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Inside, florists worked quickly to finish each order and accommodate new ones.
It's been busy all week. It's been exceptionally busy Mother's Day.
Mark Clark has co-owned the business for 30 years and says Florida's always been a big place for Mother's Day flowers.
Everybody's mother lives in Florida, so people call us from all over the country, all over the world, actually.
He also says he saw an increase in business following the upturn in the economy.
In the past, before the recession, of course, Mother's Day was always so busy. Then it did cut back down for quite a few years, but now it seems like things are starting to rebound. We do feel like that the economy is coming back a little bit.
And this year won't be much different. According to the National Retail Federation, Americans are expected to spend an average of $172 on their mothers this year. And 27% of those purchases will be made online. Greeting cards are the most common gift, but also the least expensive. The most is spent on jewelry, closely followed by outings like brunch. The Blue Jasper Cafe in Bradenton was packed for the occasion.
It's been busy. We thought season might be over, but it is still here.
Owner Hillary J. Chondaran says her customers were looking to come in and spend longer than usual, sharing a meal with family.
Relaxing and enjoying, and we've had a lot of people just sitting and drinking coffee today and just enjoying each other's company.
Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
A Sarasota City Commissioner will go on trial this week. Susan Chapman is accused of breaking open government rules in October of 2013 when she and another commissioner, Suzanne Atwell, attended a meeting with downtown merchants to discuss homelessness. Atwell has settled her case, but Chapman denies doing anything wrong. So far, the city of Sarasota has spent more than $250,000 defending Chapman. The bench trial will begin on Tuesday and should last about 2 days.
And the Gulf Gate Golf Course in Sarasota County is now officially closed. Yesterday was the last time the golfers could hit the links at the club as a plan to build more than 100 homes on the grounds is moving forward. The new Medallion home development has the Sarasota County Planning Commission's approval, and that's after continued opposition from Gulf Gate residents who are unhappy about walls being put up with the planned development and the increase in traffic that it will bring. The proposed development still needs approval from county commissioners, however. Meanwhile, the site of a new Whole Foods supermarket is facing plenty of backlash. About a dozen protesters were out in front of Sarasota's current Whole Foods location in downtown Sarasota over the weekend. They're against the construction of a new Whole Foods location in Sarasota County that is going to be on protected wetlands or former protected wetlands near the intersection of University Parkway and Honore Avenue. Protesters say building the store will negatively affect the environment.
And it stands alone as a wildlife refuge. It's used by migrating waterfowl, it's used by reptiles, it's used by insects, which are very important to the entire infrastructure of the environment. It is a small wetlands, but it's important because of where it is.
County commissioners approved the project in January. In response, environmentalists with the group Minnesota 88 filed a lawsuit against the county. In Manatee County, more housing for senior citizens is in the offing. According to the Bradenton Herald, Tim Morgan has qualified for over $1 million in tax credits to build the development. He's looking to build a 72-unit facility on 3 acres along 14th Street West in Bradenton. When he proposed the project, he said he would not go through with it without those tax credits. He has until August to close on the project, which is expected to cost about $15 million.
A free shuttle service could soon be coming to downtown Sarasota. According to the Herald Tribune, as part of efforts to reduce traffic congestion, the city is bringing in 6 to 9 electric shuttles. The shuttles seat 6 people each and can be requested through a mobile app, and the city is preparing to spend over $500,000 to begin a 2-year pilot program for this service. They will work with a partner company, which will be decided through a bidding process this summer. And nearly 300 students at the University of South Florida Sarasota Manatee are about to become alumni. 200 students in the university's 4 colleges are expected to participate in the school's 65th commencement ceremony tonight. 294 are set to graduate in all. During tonight's ceremony, Nancy Dietert will be awarded the Regional Chancellor's Award for Leadership and Service for her contributions to the local community and the university. This ceremony begins tonight at 6:30 at the Bradenton Area Convention Center.
The Bradenton Christian School is now a little safer for athletes, students, and fans attending football games. The school has just installed a $10,000 weather bug lightning detection system on campus. It's the same system used by the NFL and the Major League Baseball league at every stadium. The system was donated by the Jesse Watlington Foundation, which was created in honor of a 12-year-old boy who was killed in a lightning strike during football practice. When lightning is detected in the area, the system sounds an alarm that can be heard within a 500-yard radius, and also sounds an alarm giving the all-clear 30 minutes after the last lightning strike is recorded. And it'll actually do for all sports. I said for football, which I guess is usually during lightning season, so it's the most affected.
And in our area, I think in Florida too, even as kids, you know, jumping in the pool, oh, the storm's fine, it's passed. But it's really important to know that it's close by and you need to be careful. You need to be safe and not get too comfortable.
That's it. John will tell you, if you hear thunder, you know, even if it's 10 minutes away, the lightning's around.
Yep.
And Bradenton city officials are delaying approval for the Bradenton Area River Regatta. That's the Bradenton officials.
Tends to have issues, this regatta. According to the Bradenton Herald, the delay is due to a debate over funding. One council member says the public has been misinformed about just how much the regatta costs the city. Officials say they still support the regatta, but are split on whether it's an economic development. Palmetto officials have already signed off on the 3rd annual event next year. Organizers for this regatta say they are saving the date for February the 7th. It's interesting to see because Palmetto was the one who was always leery about it, but maybe rain is what kept us from having a very good economic impact last year.
It was somewhat torrential,
yes.
if I remember correctly. Not a lot didn't go well. Now the modern pentathlon, that's going really well, and it's wrapping up for the final time at Nathan Benderson Park.
Yeah, athletes from around the world spent the weekend here on the Suncoast competing to qualify for the Summer Olympic Games in Rio. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has the details.
Representing USA, Nathan Scripture.
It's sibling rivalry.
We have Lucas Scripture.
On a global stage.
I mean, we're always trying to beat each other. We're competitors for sure, but at the same time, we cheer each other on the hardest.
The Shrimpshire brothers from Roswell, New Mexico are halfway to Rio. Nathan punched his ticket at last year's Pan American Games, and Lucas hopes to make his move this week.
I'm trying to catch up to him and be like big brother, so.
Their path to the sport started with swimming, one of the competition's 5 events. The rest, they say, came naturally.
We've grown up on a ranch, so it was something just kind of fell into. And
yeah, we grew up around horses, and I mean, teenage kids don't want to try sword fighting and everything.
Olympic pentathlon teams may qualify 2 athletes for each gender. If Lucas makes it, they'll form an Olympic Brady Bunch with Isabella and Margot Isaacson. The sisters finished Thursday ranked top 2 in the nation.
It's so nice to, go on the competition field and know that I have at least one person that's there, rooting 100% for me, and I'm rooting 100% for her.
24-year-old Margot Isaacson has competed in the last 2 Olympic Games, but she says Rio could be the most memorable.
To be able to compete together with your sister, there is nothing more special. I think that this will be the most special Olympics just in that respect.
These elite athletes have one more thing in common. They all agree 5 events in one day is nothing compared to what their mothers go through.
Oh, she hates watching it. It's so nerve-wracking for her.
When I see my sister competing, it's really nerve-wracking, so I can only imagine what it's like for my mom, who feels that way about both of us.
Adam Cellini, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Impressive to see all those athletes here on the Suncoast, and I'm sure, moms, dads, they're our biggest supporters, so they're always on edge watching their children.
I'm sure their voice was hoarse from cheering them on.
Yes. Oh, good one, John.
Yeah.
All right, well, it is Monday again, another chance to win our Good Morning Suncoast Hawaiian Vacay giveaway. The whole month of May, we are giving away a vacation to Hawaii, and the only way to win that, or potentially win it, is to enter the word of the day on our website. Today's word of the day is coconut. It needs to be entered by midnight on our contest page on mysuncoast.com. Coconut is the word. Enter it and you could win 3 nights in Honolulu, 6 nights in Maui, 9 days in Hawaii. Can't get any better than that. And as the cherry on top of it all, a daily prize is going to be given out, a $100 gift card to the mall at UTC, so you can go shopping. We're giving one of those out every single day.
All right.
Your chances are pretty good.
What a fabulous, fabulous vacation that would be.
Oh, can we go?
Don't you wish, don't you wish.
I don't think so.
Great weather there, beautiful scenery. It's a fantastic place. Some beautiful weather coming our way today, in fact, this afternoon. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
And also an international Olympic-style competition for wounded veterans kicks off in the U.S. this week, bringing dignitaries and the royalty to the Sunshine State. We'll tell you all about that next.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration.
For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary. And remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say,
"Hey, Culligan man."
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, radio host Jones and Crane co-host and compete with us, plus proper terminology to survive in today's world, a Shrek Jr. performance, and Curry Station in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on ABC7 Suncoast View.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we're looking at a very pleasant day today. A lot of sunshine around, 62 the air temperature. We have a dew point of 58, calm winds currently. We'll watch those winds shift a little bit to the southeast as we head into the afternoon, and then eventually even to the southwest as the sea breeze forms. 62 degrees the air temperature in Sarasota, 59 in Wauchula, Mayaca. Arcadia comes in at 58, 61 degrees in Northport, 66 in Venice and Inglewood, 61 in Bradenton Parish, and 62 degrees in Lakewood Ranch, 67 out at Longboat Key. So across the entire peninsula, there's not a drop of rain falling. And that'll be the case, I think, for most of the day today as well. There may be an isolated shower down to the south and in inland areas, but nothing that's going to impact our weather. We stay absolutely quiet the entire day. Should be plenty of sunshine around and some very mild afternoon temperatures, I think, for this time of year, with a nice little sea breeze building in the afternoon. Back to the west, there is some very inclement weather going on. Areas around Dallas, Houston, seeing some rainfall that could cause some airport delays. Cincinnati as well, a good spot for some airport delays. Chicago, perhaps St. Louis, all associated with an area of low pressure spinning around out in the center part of the country, actually a couple of them. These areas of low pressure and the frontal boundaries associated with them and the warm, moist Gulf waters fueling the fire here will produce a hot spot, if you will, for the potential of severe weather. That area could see perhaps some large hail, gusty winds, and tornadoes as well. But notice the state of Florida doesn't even have the threat of thunderstorms today. It is going to be a very, very quiet weather day here on the Suncoast. With high pressure, our dominant weather feature for today, these systems back to the west have very little chance of impacting our weather at all over the next several days. The high pressure ridge kind of noses in across the peninsula and provides us with those nice rain-free skies and some very cobalt blue skies in the afternoon as well, I think. A lot of moisture yet in our atmosphere. We will have this southeast wind, though, and that will continue to bring up moisture. So slowly, an increase in moisture will lead to kind of a hazy appearance to the sky as we head into midweek or late week. But a very pretty sunrise, very pretty sunset tonight. And, of course, if you're following the news about Mercury and its transit across the sun today, it should be good viewing for that. But again, as everybody else is cautioning you, I will too. Do not look directly at the sun with the naked eye or with a telescope or with binoculars that do not have the appropriate filters or eye damage could occur. Plenty of places on the web to watch this amazing event. Space.com, one really good resource for you to go to and watch the live action as Mercury passes in front of the disk of the sun. So sunshine and fair weather clouds today, increasing midweek humidity, and only a few showers in inland areas mostly this week as the sea breeze develops and pushes that precipitation inland. Forecast calls for a southeast wind switching to the southwest today at about 10 knots, and this evening a west wind will develop at about 10 knots. We'll have 2-foot seas, a light chop on your bay and inland waters. A couple of tides to talk about. We have a low tide at 8:23 and a high tide at 2:09. Official Suncoast forecast looks great for the week ahead. Back to you.
Thanks, John. Taking a look at your commute right now at 6:18. I'm not seeing any issues on the Palmetto bridges. Everything is moving along nicely there. 41 and 301 look good at this point. State Road 70 starting to pick up in volume as you head west off the interstate, but the interstate is nice and clear at this point in the morning. Not seeing any slowdowns as far as Sarasota. Everything seems to be moving along nicely at this point in the morning. 41 is clear, so are the arteries out to 75. We're seeing some buildup at Bee Ridge Road and 41. That's pretty normal at this point in the morning. And as far as South County is concerned, no issues to report there. Well, the bill to pass mandatory recess for school children did not even get a vote during this year's legislative session. I know getting kids out there and getting them active has been, kind of controversial.
It's amazing how short-sighted that is. Kids have to move. They need to, get away from the desk for a little bit. There have been studies that show that children do better in school when they get regular exercise, and CrossFit of Lakewood Ranch has a program designed to keep kids running on all cylinders. Like the adults at CrossFit Lakewood Ranch, the kids get a tough workout. It might be dialed down a bit, but the concept is the same.
Yes, we do teach the kids weightlifting movements. We teach them technique first. The classes for kids are the same as they are for the adults. We do the same strength movements, the same technique work, the same workouts, usually with a lighter weight.
The biggest difference may be the fun aspect. They want to keep the kids engaged in the exercise, so they try to make it more fun than the normal adult workout.
We believe that fitness isn't just limited to adults, and we try extra hard to make sure that the kids have fun too. So we always start with a game. They're building endurance, they're building strength in those games, but they're also having fun, and that's what we want to teach to them too, that fitness can be fun.
Olivia Haddad is an 8-year-old soccer player, and she, along with the other students, marks down what she wants to accomplish so she has something to shoot for.
I like that you set goals to get better. You do the ones that you can't do, and then you try harder.
Eddie Zahn plays baseball for the Sarasota Sting, and just the other day in practice, he hit a 250-foot homer. He has obvious reasons to love the kids' CrossFit workout.
Because it helps me with my running, my lifting, and just all the abilities of strength I do. It's helped me get better at my strength and how to hit the ball farther.
Healthy body, healthy mind. Studies have shown a correlation with good physical fitness, improved academic achievement in children, and happiness as well.
I think what we see the most with our kids and with our adults is an increased sense of confidence. That feeling of, I didn't think I would be able to do that, and I did it today.
I'm more happy because CrossFit's made me build my body strength and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, good to see kids already starting to work out and like it and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They were psyched to be there, and like she said, they play games to make it fun and exciting for them. But yeah, they see results. It's just like adults. You see results, you want to go back.
You want to keep going, build a lifestyle of exercise.
Yes, Monday through Thursday, 4:30 classes they have for the kids there. Yeah, it's amazing. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Getting the royal treatment. We'll show you what Nike has come up with to help athletes recover from games. Next.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck 39 years running, the Ford F-150. Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to $2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Mesdames et messieurs, the 1939 Folie Bichette is proud to present the legendary, the incomparable Josephine Becker.
I'm a sorrow. What else could I be? So get in line and wait your turn, mon chéri. If the devil was a girl, she'd be jealous how the fellas want me. She's too.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back at 6:24. And a new competitor in the increasingly crowded artificial intelligence space is about to be unveiled.
ABC's Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have the details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, watch out, Siri. Your makers are looking to replace you.
Siri's creators have come up with a new voice assistant called Viv that they say can do much more, like book a cab, order a pizza, and control smart home products. The software will be unveiled at a tech conference today.
And a new emoji made its debut just in time for Mother's Day.
Facebook unveiled this flower button to express gratitude. It's only temporary and being tested in some markets, but it could be a sign of what's to come.
It's the first temporary reaction Facebook offered since expanding its like options to include emojis.
And this new chair by Nike could give athletes a distinct advantage over opponents. A microclimate chair gives a quick heating or cooling therapy just by sitting in it. No need for baths or towels.
Nike has no plans to produce it for sale yet. And those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Breyers Natural Vanilla. Milk and fresh cream and only sustainably farmed vanilla.
Breyers has fresh cream, sugar, and milk.
Breyers, the good vanilla. Our milk and cream come from cows not treated with artificial growth hormones.
This is so good.
Hello world, hear the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
New Aquafina Sparkling, an experience that's altogether refreshing. Aquafina Sparkling for happy bodies.
I smoked a lot and quit a lot, but ended up nowhere. Now I use this.
The Nicoderm CQ patch with unique extended release technology helps prevent the urge to smoke all day.
I want this time to be my last time. That's why I choose Nicoderm CQ.
Introducing the fusion of exceptional taste with the benefits of our probiotic yogurt. New Activia Fruit Fusion with the exclusive probiotic Bifidus regularis. Delicious and good for you. New Activia Fruit Fusion.
ABC 7's Pump Patrol, a list of the Suncoast's cheapest gas on mysuncoast.com. Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. you may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say,
"Hey, Culligan man."
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, as a wildfire continues to rage in Canada, officials are moving in to get an update.
Plus, it's decision day in North Carolina as the governor faces a deadline over a controversial law.
And let the games begin. We'll tell you why hundreds of competitors are gathering in Orlando this week.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan along with John Scalzi. And yeah, Invictus games going on.
Florida is the state to have all these incredible games, like these athletes from all over the world.
Well, since Wednesday, since that rainstorm came through and washed away all the humidity, it's been perfect. You know why they're here.
Has been gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really has. It's probably coming to an end this week. It looks like. I wish we could hold on to it all summer long, but
all good things come to an end.
That's quite so. And so too with our weather. We're looking at some pretty nice things for us today. Daytime high tops out around same as it did yesterday, about 84 degrees or so. We'll have a mix of sun and fair weather clouds. Not much in the way of any kind of rainfall chances today, and humidity still comfortable. As we head into the next several days, though, by midweek, that'll change. We'll talk all about it in a second.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the Suncoast roadways in Bradenton and Palmetto bridges coming into Bradenton are looking good. There's a little bit of volume is picking up as it is wont to do at this time in the morning. State Road 70 between 301 and 41. It's not really thick, but it is voluminous. And as you head down into near Sarasota, there is an accident to talk about just south of Bayshore Gardens. It's General Spatz Boulevard. It's on 41, but it's General Spatz Boulevard at 41. Tamiami Trail, so be aware of that in Bradenton, South Bradenton. And heading into Sarasota and South Sarasota County, everything is looking good. And officials in the Canadian province of Alberta are cautiously optimistic after Mother Nature helped slow a spread of this massive wildfire we've been hearing about.
Yeah, it's consumed nearly 400,000 acres, destroying thousands of homes and forcing the evacuation of some 90,000 people.
Recovery here is not going to be quick, and it's not going to be easy.
Canadian officials warning that Fort McMurray has a long road ahead. Tens of thousands are out of their homes after the city and surrounding area burned late last week. But cooler temperatures have slowed the spread of the fire.
We may be turning a corner, but quite frankly, it is it's too early to celebrate.
Alberta Premier and other officials plan to visit Fort McMurray today, but the public is being warned not to try and come back just yet.
It is still unsafe for anyone who is not a first responder to be inside the barricades.
Hundreds of firefighters are still battling the blaze, assisted by heavy equipment, air tankers, and helicopters. Officials say it has exhibited extreme wildfire behavior.
4 lightning fires resulted as a start from the fire weather generated from the big, larger fire itself. We've had this fire jump a kilometer-wide or mile-wide river.
Meanwhile, there's been an outpouring of generosity from across the country as Canadians fill warehouses with donations for evacuees.
You come with a small bag of clothes, it really just makes things so much easier while you're trying to sort everything out.
But for now, residents must wait and hope the elements continue to assist the fight against the flames.
And even though progress has been made, officials say the fire is about the size of the state of Rhode Island.
Families of the victims in the Colorado theater shooting that left 12 people dead and injured dozens more will be in court today. 28 families are arguing that Century Theaters should have armed guards during the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises in July 2012. They also argue that the theater should have had alarms that went off when the shooting happened. Century says in court filings that it could not have foreseen this attack. The 3-week trial will determine whether Century is liable for not doing more to prevent the attack. In North Carolina, Governor Pat McCrory shows no signs of backing down in face of the government's deadline to declare that he won't enforce a new state law. The U.S. Justice Department said last week that the new state law that limits protections for LGBT people violates civil rights. If McCrory enforces the law, he could risk losing funding for the state's university system as well as face a lawsuit.
Now to the race for the White House. On the eve of another set of primaries, Donald Trump is already looking to the general election. He's just days away from a sit-down meeting now with top Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, including House Speaker Paul Ryan, who is still holding back his endorsement. Top Republicans will try to get on the same page with Donald Trump this Thursday on Capitol Hill, and Ryan says the meeting will begin a discussion about the kind of Republican principles and ideas that can win the support of the American people this November. Well, back here on the Suncoast, a forum will be held tonight for candidates looking to fill a seat in the state Senate. The Sarasota Council or County Council of Neighborhood Associations will host the forum for those looking to fill the seat for District 23. Frank Cirillo, Doug Holder, Rick Levine, Nora Patterson, Ray Pillone, and Greg Stubbe have all been invited to participate. The forum will be a question and answer format and begins tonight at 6:30 at the Sarasota Garden Club. The meeting will also be posted online.
Hundreds of competitors from around the world are here in Florida for the Invictus Games. It's happening in Orlando this week. Britain's Prince Harry is coordinating the Olympic-style competition for wounded veterans. They'll compete in 10 sports from archery to cycling and swimming. The Prince launched the competition 2 years ago in London to showcase the bravery and spirit of service of men and women. And this is the only international sporting event for wounded warriors.
I have to pinch myself, to make sure I'm not dreaming.
This shows that we can really battle through adversity and we can still be, productive members.
First Lady Michelle Obama, former President George W. Bush, and Vice President Joe Biden will all make appearances at the event, as will acting star Morgan Freeman. The games will take place over 5 days, beginning today. The Tampa Bay Lightning last night with a chance to reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the second straight year. The Bolts were up 3-1 going into the series finale against the Islanders. It became the finale because the Lightning jumped ahead right there with Victor Hedman getting the first of 2 goals. And, a few minutes later, Matthew Carl finds Brian Boyle, who finds the back of the net for the quick goal, and it was 2-0 Lightning. They would go up 3-0 on a power play as Hedman would score his second goal of the game. It was 3-0. They ended up 4-0, beating the Islanders for the series win of 4-1, and they're moving on. They will play the winner of the Pittsburgh and Washington Capitals series, which is a knockdown, drag-out battle, so maybe they'll both be tired when they have to fight. Whoever wins has to face the Lightning, but the Lightning beat up. They don't have Steven Stamkos, their captain and best player, and they've continued to go on and do well, so congrats to them. Yeah, the second year in a row they've got this far. So
it's great.
Wouldn't it be incredible?
Yes, it would.
It would indeed. Some big showers not in the forecast. We have more dry weather continuing. Low relative humidity. Should be a beautiful afternoon. We will see maybe a shower or two down the road. We'll talk about that after the break.
All this month, ABC7 is giving you the chance to win a dream vacation for two to Hawaii. Start your day with Good Morning Suncoast every weekday to look for our vacay word of the day. Then register that day's word by midnight at mysuncoast.com. Each weekday, we'll give one daily winner a $100 gift card to the mall at University Town Center. And one lucky grand prize winner will enjoy a 9-day trip for two to Honolulu and Maui in Hawaii. Enter for your chance to win a Hawaiian vacay giveaway. Start your day with Good Morning Suncoast.
Did you know? Many dogs are returned to shelters simply because they lack obedience. Contact Canine Corral about various training programs. We train dogs and their owners. Canine Corral, where the love is.
Hey Vanna, have you heard about the new Wheel of Fortune lottery game?
You bet. It's the ticket for some lucky lottery players to come here to Hollywood.
For a chance to participate in a private non-broadcast taping of Wheel of Fortune with us.
Play the Florida Lottery game for a chance to win up to $250,000 instantly. And enter to win a VIP trip to Hollywood for a chance to win up to $1 million. Non-winning tickets only.
Play the new Wheel of Fortune game today.
Scratch, spin, and win.
It's Ram Truck Month, and that means big savings on some of America's best vehicles at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value. A new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $17,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature at the Sarasota International Airport is 62 degrees. We have a dew point of 58. Calm winds currently, but those winds are going to be shifting more to the southeast as we head into the afternoon with a southeasterly wind flow. And we'll generally have a south wind over the next several days. Might be southeast, might be southwest, might be due south. But we'll generally get a flow coming up from the south that'll bring us more humidity as we head into midweek, more moisture in the air. And temperatures, daytime high temperatures will probably not vary all that much, but certainly nighttime lows will. 58 degrees in Wauchula, 57 degrees in Arcadia, 59 degrees in Mayaca City. Still kind of a cool, crisp start to the day there. 61 degrees in Northport, 66 in Inglewood, 65 in Venice, 61 Lakewood Ranch, 60 in Parrish and in Bradenton. And out at Longboat Key, 67 degrees. We have quiet conditions across the entire peninsula this morning, not a drop of rain falling anywhere, and I don't expect to see too much in the way of rainfall for the next couple of days anyway. Thereafter, when we get that little bit more moisture that I was talking about, we might see an isolated inland shower by about Wednesday or so. But aside from that, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of rainfall for the next probably 5 days, 6 days, and then maybe as we head into the weekend, we might get a chance at a shower. We're looking at quiet conditions on Titan radar for your morning commute, obviously. Back to the west, if you're flying today and heading to the center part of the country, there could be some airport delays, no doubt about it. Cincinnati, St. Louis, Chicago all have a chance at seeing perhaps a little bit of a slow up in air traffic. Certainly Memphis, Dallas, Houston, maybe even New Orleans might see some airport delays as well. Oklahoma City as well, because of a bullseye of severe weather possible due to an area of low pressure kind of spinning around, being fed by Gulf moisture. All of that coming together to put an enhanced risk for some serious weather in parts of the open plains today, and eastern sections of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, all have a chance of seeing some large hail, some perhaps tornadoes, gusty winds, that sort of thing. For us, we hardly get a thunderstorm around here today, with the effect of that high pressure ridge kind of nosing across the center part of the state. Should bring us that southerly wind for days in a row, as I mentioned, and slowly increase the humidity. A frontal boundary to the north stays to the north, and that's really not in the cards for us over the next several days. We'll continue to benefit from that ridge of high pressure. That'll bring us a couple of features, sun and fair cloud mix. We might have a few more clouds around over the next couple of days because of that increase in moisture. But still, it'll only be a slight increase. And as we head into midweek, that's when we'll really start to know the humidity begin to increase. I'd say Wednesday through Friday will be particularly noticeable higher afternoon humidities. And then a few inland showers perhaps later on in the week, but nothing really that's going to cause us any major concerns. Watch the RPM computer model forecast, and we stay dry today. We stay dry on Tuesday. We stay probably pretty dry on Wednesday. Maybe a few isolated showers down in the very southern tip of the state, but all in all, we are in for some really pleasant weather. Southeast winds switching to the southwest at about 10 knots should make for a very nice boating day with 2-foot seas and just a light chop. Couple of tides to talk about. We have an 8:23 low tide, a high tide at 2:05, and another low tide this evening just before the 11 o'clock hour at 10:48. Official Suncoast forecast calls for fair weather through the period ahead, with only the slightest chance of a Saturday shower. And we may be taking that out of the forecast as time goes by. Back to you.
Thank you, John. As far as your commute right now at 6:45, I'm not seeing any major issues. Normal volume picking up on the Palmetto bridges right now, on the Green Bridge especially. 301 a little slow southbound as you approach State Road 70, but 41 is clear in both directions. The interstate, I'm not seeing any slowdowns just yet. No problems there. We are still seeing that accident south of Bayshore Gardens at 41 and General Spatz Boulevard. So take your time in that area. It's not causing any slowdowns at this point, but there is that issue and that accident on 41. As far as Sarasota roadways, I'm not seeing any slowdowns on the arteries out to 75, and 41 is clear into South Sarasota County. The interstate is also moving along nicely. No impediments to your commute from South Sarasota County. Well, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration finalized a rule extending its authority to all tobacco products. That includes e-cigarettes, cigars, hookah, and pipe tobacco.
Yeah, ABC 7's Alex Redmond has more on this story.
Kirk Henry, owner of Clean Smoke in Sarasota, says new FDA rulings on e-cigarettes and other nicotine products is overwhelming.
It's at least a 500-page document, and that's the first part of it. Because it's not just electronic cigarettes. They're going into things like hookah, shisha, cigars.
Pulmonary critical care doctor and director of clinical research for Sarasota Memorial Hospital, Dr. Kirk Volker, says the common component is nicotine.
And nicotine is the addictive substance. And that is the substance that we're trying to keep away from kids, because if a kid's brain gets nicotine while it's still developing, it's more likely to be a permanent addict.
Henry says e-cigarettes help people quit smoking.
What they do is they wean themselves down on the nicotine level. So my mother got to 0. So at that point, the only thing she was fighting was the hand-to-mouth addiction.
Anecdotally, there are many stories of people quitting smoking by using e-cigarettes. However, that has not been studied. It has not gone through the rigorous trials which is needed for FDA approval.
The FDA ruling, which does not allow products to be sold to persons under the age of 18 years, comes as no surprise to Henry.
We've been waiting for it since we opened our doors in 2011. The whole industry knew that one day we'd be regulated. FDA was coming, and as an industry, we've done a really great job policing ourselves.
Henry says that ever since he's opened here, he's never sold to anyone under 18. In fact, there's a sign posted right on the door.
Right now, it's truly the Wild West of e-cigarettes. And this is the first regulation that's really coming in saying we need to study these more. We need to see the effects on people in not only the short term, but the long term effects.
The people that are doing business the right way, we all welcome that, because now it makes it an even playing field. We're going to get rid of the people that aren't doing things the right way. It's going to legitimize our industry.
Dr. Volker points out the tobacco lobby is very powerful in the state and nationally.
Probably in this regulation, there will be some loopholes that the tobacco companies can take advantage of, and I'm sure they will. However, this is an excellent first step, and I'm proud that the FDA has finally taken the tough measures to come up with this.
Reporting in Sarasota, Alex Redmond, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, rice cereal. It's a go-to food for parents looking to introduce their kids to solid foods. Rice cakes also considered a great healthy snack alternative, but a growing list of studies is raising new concerns about them.
Yeah, according to the Federal Drug Administration, brown and white rice contain the highest level of inorganic arsenic of any food. Arsenic is a natural element found in soil and water. Inorganic arsenic has been linked to immune system and neurodevelopmental problems in children. The American Academy of Pediatrics advises parents to offer a wide variety of foods, including oats, wheat, and quinoa, in addition to rice.
Well, in entertainment news, after more than 33 years of marriage, Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne are going off the rails of the marriage train. They're going their separate ways, according to several reports. Sources tell E! News the couple mutually agreed that Ozzy would move out. Sharon met Ozzy in the 1970s and later became his manager. They wed in 1982 and have 3 children together, Amy, Kelly, and Jack.
There was no question which movie would top the weekend box office, only how high it would soar. Marvel now owns 4 of the top 6 opening weekends ever. The top 2 still belong to Star Wars: The Force Awakens and Jurassic World. As expected, though, Captain America: Civil War dominated the box office, opening with $181.8 million, the 5th best debut of all time. After 3 weekends at #1, The Jungle Book came in 2nd this weekend, and that was a fantastic movie, but I still have not seen Captain America.
You saw Jungle Book?
I did. It was amazing. And John did too. We were talking about it earlier on this morning. You're next.
I wasn't invited to the Good Morning Suncoast movie
We went
movie
at
night.
different times. It's still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Man's best friend is getting her own spot in a high school yearbook. We'll have a story coming up.
Congratulations, ABC 7's Ray Collins and Max Winnitz, recognized by the Associated Press for delivering the best journalism in Florida.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View. It's a crazy start to the week with Jones and Crane as co-hosts. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, the dynamic morning radio duo from 107.9 WSRZ is here. We always have some sort of crazy competition with them. Plus, do you worry about saying the wrong thing and offending someone? We'll get some proper terminology, plus a Shrek Jr. performance. Today at 4 on ABC 7 Suncoast View. Smart, fun talk that's everything Suncoast.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Welcome back at 6:53, and here's what you need to know before you head out the door this Monday morning. A popular area golf course is now officially closed. A development will go up in its place with plans to build more than 100 new homes there. Opposition continues over a new Whole Foods grocery store planned to be built on formerly protected wetlands. Protesters were out over the weekend making their voices heard. And a new lightning detector system has gone up on a Suncoast school to help keep student athletes safe when a storm rolls into the area. Taking a look at your commute right now at 6:54. We're seeing Palmetto Bridge is actually moving along nicely at this point. Some congestion on 301 southbound as you approach State Road 70, but the interstate is nice and clear, and so is 41 overall. There's still an accident being reported on 41 at General Spatz Boulevard. Be aware of that. Not causing slowdowns right now, and the arteries out to 75 look good. South Sarasota County is moving along well. We are seeing an accident now popping up on the interstate, though. It's southbound at exit 200. Not causing slowdowns, but be aware of that.
Nice day for us today. We'll look for pretty quiet weather, actually. A lot of sunshine out there. Only a few fair weather clouds. Daytime highs top out in the mid-80s. The week ahead looks pretty nice as well, with slowly increasing humidity and slowly increasing nighttime temperatures. But we're looking at pretty much rain-free skies this week.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at a yearbook from a high school, and look at that, 4-legged student, right? Well, 14-year-old Seth Ware is so close to his service dog, Presley, that Presley earned her own picture next to Seth's in the yearbook. Seth suffers from muscular dystrophy, which causes his muscles to become weaker, so Presley is with him all the time to help him pick up things that he can't reach and get around. Seth says Presley spent so much time with him at his school in Louisiana that she simply had to be in the yearbook. She's a 6-year-old golden doodle, and among other things, she's trained to run for help if Seth falls. And an unexpected grand opening of a farmer's market in Kentucky as the goat was to walk 7 blocks on Saturday, and volunteers signed up to create a human barrier around the animals, but they didn't do a great job as the goats ran away, forcing organizers to chase after them. And what volunteers are going to want to get in the way of a goat? The goat ran through the streets and into bushes. The goats, there were several of them. Volunteers found most of the goats at a nearby park, grazing.
How did they think that they could keep them together? That's what's pretty funny.
Looked like a good idea on paper.
Yeah. Don't think they'll ever try something like that again, but definitely made for a funny video.
Yeah, once they start charging or you're trying to get out, nobody's going to stand in the way with somebody with horns.
Yeah.
Just ask Linda Carson.
Yes,
she'll tell you.
She's had some run-ins with goats.
Yes, she has.
That'll never leave her.
Oh,
Follows her wherever she goes. All right, well, Good Morning America's coming up next. Have a great start to your week. We'll see you tomorrow.